TCS CEO has come up with this particular statement. We are already seeing some green shoots in the economy and we need more people for more work. In fact, we have no plans to reduce our hiring and we will continue to hire the same way as we used to. This is coming from the TCS CEO. And in fact, Capgemini has also mentioned that they are going to increase their hiring plans for FY 2025. Now, this is all good. Traditionally, these IT services companies, when they say recruiting, a lot of recruiting for them used to come from freshers, campus hirings. But if you just look at the numbers for campus recruitments, in 2023, 70,000 people were hired as freshers in the IT services world. And in 2022-2021, that number was 293,000. This number is coming from NASSCOM. You can see the total recruitments of the freshers has come down by 75%. And these guys are saying we are going to recruit a lot more. I believe this recruitment is not going to come from the freshers world, but rather from the experienced hires segment. Why is that? Let's look into what are the issues that these companies are facing with respect to hiring freshers, specifically in this environment. The first one is they have no visibility into what are the technologies that are going to get into the market and how the technology landscape itself is evolving. How many people do they recruit and at what levels do they recruit? Also, fresher recruiting traditionally has a lot of cost associated with it, and also there is a lot of planning that is required. For example, if TCS is hiring somebody from campus this June, July, then they have to wait for that person to come and join next June. And then on top of that, there is also a training associated. And the training would carry on for 3 months. So all in all, they need to have a visibility into what that particular resource would be doing after 15 months from now and take on the cost. This is specifically challenging because of how the technology landscape is changing right now and what the impact of GenAI is going to be. Absolutely nobody has any clue. On the other end of the spectrum, this was not the case a few years back. There was no GenAI. These guys have a very solid pipeline. They know what was happening and they know that they can plan for that pipeline. And that is the challenge that these guys are facing right now. That is the reason why TCS and Infosys have mentioned they would be conducting recruitment drives for experienced people. Now, there is advantage with respect to experienced people hiring right now. Traditionally, these companies did not prefer to hire experienced folks because, again, there is a lot of cost associated with hiring experienced folks. If the market rate is, let's say, $100, then the experienced person would be expecting a lot more to jump from their current company to a new company. And hence, that cost was always high. But now, in the market, there are a lot of resumes that are already available. Because of all the layoff season, there are experienced folks that these guys can go ahead and recruit at a much lower cost. So why not grab that talent? And again, the companies which can afford to recruit these guys right now through recruitment drives or any other methods, they will have an advantage because 6 months down the lane, when the economy is getting into a better shape, then they don't have to fight for talent. They already have hired the people and they can nurture them for the next 6 months and they can make them project ready. Anyways, the project readiness time is lower for experienced people and now it would get even lower. Now, if you look into freshers then, what do the freshers do? Well, there are only 2 or 3 opportunities right in front of us. Number one, understand which technologies are actually going to take the primary driver's seat. And there are 3. All these companies are very open about them. Number 1 is cloud transformations. Number 2 is GenAI. And number 3 is cybersecurity. So it doesn't matter if you want to go ahead and get that independent trainings from somewhere in your city or online, you need to get that training. And it is better if colleges themselves offer these trainings. Well, all the CEOs around the country are highlighting the same thing. 90% of the talent that we recruit from colleges do not have the skills that they need to go and get working on the projects. So we need to train them again. That's a common complaint. So the colleges should make sure that they are teaching these skills which are important and they can help them become project ready. And the third and the most important thing, whether you are a fresher or whether you are an experienced employee, remember that if you have expertise in these 3 areas, right? GenAI, cloud transformations, cybersecurity, this is actually a very good time to be in the market. And it is not me speaking, but it is coming out from TCS, Infosys, and Capgeminis of the world. Thank you so much, guys. We'll see you again in the next one. Do let me know, however, if there are any other technology trends that you are observing which are offering good jobs in the market, and I will continue to speak about them. Take care. Bye-bye.